Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Slow English with Twins. I am Lena.
And I am Leon. Welcome back.
Last episode, we got our learner's permits. Leon also learned the difference between drive and reverse.
The parking lot was empty. Everyone was fine.
Today, the driving test. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to talk about turning, merging, and parking in English. The kind of words you need when someone is watching your every move.
An examiner in the car with a clipboard watching everything.
We practiced for 3 weeks before the test. Dad took us out every evening.
Dad is a very good teacher. Very calm, very patient. Most of the time.
There was one incident with a trash can.
We will not talk about that.
The morning of the test, I had a checklist. Documents. The morning of the test, I had a checklist. Documents. Car insurance. Vehicle registration.
Vehicle registration, an official document that proves the car is legally registered. You need this for the driving test, along with your permit and proof of insurance.
Dad drove us to the DMV. We sat in the parking lot, waiting.
I was fine. Very relaxed.
Leon was tapping his knee the entire time. I was just keeping the rhythm. The examiner came out, a tall man, very serious face. He looked at our documents and said, "All right, who's first?" I said, "I'll go." And I thought, okay, that is brave.
I thought, okay, I know this. I've practiced this.
Leon got in the driver's seat. The examiner sat beside him. He said, "Before we begin, please show me your left turn signal." Turn signal. The flashing light on a car that shows you are turning, also called a blinker. Put on your turn signal before you turn. Leon turned it on. The examiner checked, then said, "All right, when you are ready, pull out of the parking lot and turn right."
Pull out. To drive out of a parking space or lot onto the road. Pull out carefully. Pull out when it is safe.
Leon checked his mirrors, checked his blind spot, and pulled out slowly.
Blind spot. The area around your car that you cannot see in the mirrors. Always check it before changing lanes.
The examiner said, "Good. Now merge into the right lane."
Merge. To move smoothly from one lane into another. Merge into the right lane carefully.
Leon merged smoothly. The examiner wrote something on his clipboard.
I had no idea if that was good or bad. His face was completely unreadable.
Then came the parallel parking.
Parallel parking. Parking your car between two cars along the side of the road. Many people find it difficult.
The examiner said, "Pull up alongside the front car. When you are ready, parallel park."
Pull up alongside. To move your car next to another car before reversing into a parking space.
And Leon parallel parked. Perfectly. First try.
I don't know how. My hands just knew what to do. Dad made me practice every evening.
The examiner looked at the parking, wrote something, then said, "Okay, drive back to the DMV."
I drove back and parked. Then we waited.
He looked at his clipboard for a very long time.
A very, very long time.
And then he said, "Congratulations, you passed."
I looked at Lena through the window. I said, "I told you!"
Then it was my turn. I had been watching from the parking lot, taking notes.
She was taking notes on her phone.
Just mental notes to prepare. The same examiner got in the car with me. Same serious face.
Did he smile at all?
Once. Maybe. I'm not sure. He said, "When you're ready, pull out of the parking lot and turn left."
Lena checked her mirrors, checked her blind spot, put on her signal,
And waited.
and waited.
Then the examiner said, "It's okay. You can go." I went. That's my problem. I know the rules, but I double-check everything 3 times before I move.
That's also why you never drop 4 bags of groceries at once.
Fair point. Then he said, "Come to a complete stop at this sign." I stopped completely, looked both ways, and went.
Come to a complete stop. To stop your car fully at a stop sign. Not slow down. Stop completely.
And then came the parallel parking. It took me 2 tries. The first time, I was a little too far from the curb.
The examiner said, "Go ahead and try again."
Second try, much better. I parked and turned off the engine. Curb, the raised edge along the side of the road. When you parallel park, you want to be close to it. And then came the same very long pause. And then he said, "Congratulations, you passed."
I did not realize I had been holding my breath until he said, "Congratulations."
We walked out together, both holding our results. Dad was waiting in the parking lot. He saw our faces and said, "Well,"
We both held up our papers. Dad smiled. He looked at both of us. Then he said, "I knew you could do it. Good job."
we drove home. Grandpa and Grandma were waiting at the door. Grandma said, "You passed? Both of you?"
We said yes. Grandma clapped her hands. Grandpa said, "Well done. Well done."
And then Grandma looked at us and smiled and said, "Now, Who wants to drive me to the supermarket?
Lena and I looked at each other. I said, "Not today, Grandma."
I said, "Definitely not today."
Grandma laughed. She said, "Tomorrow then."
Okay, let's quickly review today's phrases. First, behind the wheel exam, the practical driving test with an examiner in the car.
Second, turn signal, the light that shows you're turning.
Third, pull out, to drive out of a parking space or lot.
Fourth, blind spot. The area you cannot see in your mirrors.
Fifth, merge, to move from one lane into another.
Sixth, pull up alongside. To move your car next to another car before parking.
Seventh, come to a complete stop. Stop fully at a stop sign.
And eighth, curb, the raised edge along the side of the road.
That's everything for today. Thanks for watching Slow English with Twins.
Next episode, we open our first American bank account.
And Leon asks the teller a question that makes her laugh.
It was an honest question.
Have you ever taken a driving test? How did it feel? Tell us in the comments.
See you next episode.
Bye, everyone. You are doing better than you think. Keep going.